Why free people make others uncomfortable? Why do you sometimes irritate people even when you have done absolutely nothing to them? Maybe it is precisely because you are free. Because you say what you think, regardless of who is standing in front of you. Because you don't change your opinion simply to be accepted. Because you don't need everyone to agree with you before you continue walking in the direction you have chosen. A free person can be uncomfortable to others. Not because they are necessarily better. Not because they always know the truth. And certainly not because they never make mistakes. But because they are difficult to control through the things that usually control people. Approval, fear of rejection, shame, social pressure, and that endless question. What will people think? You can listen to 10 people and still make an 11th decision. You can respect authority without surrendering your own judgment. You can watch the news without automatically turning someone else's conclusions into your beliefs. You search, you compare, you question. You listen to people who disagree with you, and only then do you decide what you believe. That can make some people uncomfortable, because a person who thinks independently doesn't always give the reaction others expect. But there is something even deeper. When you meet someone who allows themselves to be who they really are, sometimes you unconsciously begin asking yourself, why don't I allow myself to do the same? When someone says no in a situation where you wanted to say no 100 times but kept saying yes, their freedom can become a mirror. When someone changes careers at 50, while you have spent 20 years doing something you hate, their courage can hurt. When someone stops trying to please everyone, while you have built your entire life around other people's approval, their very presence can become uncomfortable. Not because they attacked you, but because they reminded you that another way of living was possible. A truly free person doesn't need to constantly announce that they are free. In fact, the deeper the freedom, the less performance it requires. A free person can say, I don't know. I was wrong. I changed my mind. They can listen to an opposing opinion without feeling that their entire identity is under attack. Because real freedom does not mean being against everyone. If you automatically do the opposite of whatever everyone else does, other people are still controlling your life. They go right, so you must go left. That isn't freedom. It is conformity turned upside down. Freedom begins when you are capable of going right, left, or straight ahead, according to what you genuinely believe is right. A free person doesn't have to be a rebel. They simply need the courage not to betray themselves. And perhaps that is what makes authenticity so provocative. An authentic person reminds you that once, before you learned what was considered normal, you had your own desires. You had your own questions before people handed you their answers. You had your own dreams before someone explained what was realistic. You had your own voice before you learned to speak in ways designed to keep everyone comfortable. So don't be surprised when freedom creates resistance. But remember something extremely important. Just because somebody is uncomfortable with you doesn't automatically mean you are right. Sometimes people dislike your freedom. Sometimes they react because you are being arrogant, unfair, insensitive, or simply wrong. Maturity means knowing the difference. Listen to criticism. Question yourself. Admit your mistakes. Change when the evidence tells you to change. But don't construct your entire personality around avoiding criticism. Because freedom has a price. Not everyone will understand you. Not everyone will like you. You will not belong everywhere. Some doors may close because you refuse to become the person somebody else wanted you to be. But there is another price we rarely talk about. The price of not being free. Living for years inside a life somebody else designed for you. Saying things you don't believe. Smiling when everything inside you wants to say no.
making yourself smaller so that the people around you can remain comfortable. And then, one day, looking into the mirror and wondering where the real person ended and the character created for everybody else began. Perhaps the goal, then, is not to make everyone like you. And it certainly isn't to make everyone angry. The goal is something much simpler and much harder. Become free enough to listen to the world without losing yourself inside its noise. Love people without belonging to them. Respect their opinions without being required to adopt them. Stand alone, when necessary, without turning solitude into tragedy. And after all the voices telling you who to be, what to believe, what to want, and how to live, be quiet enough to hear the voice you may have forgotten.